It's the first stop on the 2021 campaign. Pre-season testing is done. The teams are back at the Shakir circuit in Bahrain. It's the first stop on 23 races around the globe in just 9 months. It all kicks off here on the 28th of March in Bahrain. On the 18th of April, we are in Italy for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. The 2nd of May sees Portugal return once again before the traditional European season starts with the Spanish Grand Prix on the 9th of May. Monaco returns to the calendar, the jewel in the crown on the 23rd of May. On the 6th of June, we are in Azerbaijan, Baku, followed then by the Canadian Grand Prix on the 13th, with the controversial sprint race idea being introduced there. The 27th of June sees the French Grand Prix at Paul Ricard before the quite similar races of last year, the original 3 that kicked off the year, now rounds 9, 10 and 11. The 4th of July for the Austria Grand Prix. The British Grand Prix marked the dates, the 18th of July, and on the 1st of August is the Hungarian Grand Prix before the traditional summer break and a triple header. On the 29th of August we go to Belgium at Spa, our first race since the 80s at Zandvoort, the Netherlands, for the Dutch Grand Prix on the 5th of September, and on the 12th of September it's the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. A 2-week break before we go to Russia on the 26th of September, and then Singapore on the 3rd of October, back to back with the Japanese Grand Prix 7 days later on the 10th. The United States Grand Prix returns on the 24th of October, the Day of the Dead, the 31st, Halloween in October for the Mexico Grand Prix. On the 7th of November we go to Brazil, Australia now on the 21st of November. The first ever night race and the first ever race for Saudi Arabia in terms on the 5th of December, and the season rounds out in the desert once again in Abu Dhabi on the 12th of December. It's the 2021 Bahrain Grand Prix. The night has drawn in, and this is free practice 2. Let's take a look around the Shakir circuit, the Bahrain International Circuit, 3.362 miles, 15 turns, 3 DRS zones, and an elevation change high at 40 meters. It is the trickiest circuit on the calendar in terms of constant time. Start the lap now! Already in 8th gear, flat out on the overtake button. Maximum fuel usage as you hit the first real heavy braking zone on the track. Down to 2nd gear for the right-hand at turn 2. Left as well, up the hill towards turn number 4. Open up the DRS zone for the first time. Now swoop round turn number 4. Now don't go for the apex all the time. Let the car drift out as you get the better run through 5, 6 and 7. Jump the curbs a little bit into the braking zone 9 of turn 8. Really heavy, really put the power down through 2nd gear. Now turns 9 and 10. The trickiest corners of the track. A double left whilst braking. Turn 10, hardest to crack. Go for the outside wider line. You get a straighter one for the 2nd DRS detection point on the run down the national straight towards turn number 11. Flick the car into the left, put the power down mid-apex to drift you out wide through 12 and into turn 13, my favourite part of the track. Get too much of the curves, the car will spin you round. Into 14 now, quick flick to the left before opening up the DRS once again, and straight down now, under the sand dunes as well, into turn number 15 and 16. The really 2 last braking points on the track. Flick the car into the left, the little corner there counts as the last corner, flat out to the line, DRS open again in the first zone, and that is a lap of the Bahrain International Circuit. Hello everybody and welcome up to the commentary box for the 2nd practice session for the 2021 Grand Prix of Bahrain, and we are just getting ready. The night has drawn in and we are set. The lights are on for the first round of the 2020 Formula 1 season here, the Gulf Air Bahrain Grand Prix. And ahead of what we saw this morning with the surprise addition of Max Verstappen topping the timesheets, we are all flabbergasted to see what could happen next. It's a 5.412 kilometre track. 340 kilometre maximum speed around this place. Elevation change at 17.3 metres. A total of 15 turns. And in terms of action zones as well, down at turn 1, how about Bottas hitting Hamilton on the opening lap of the race? Or up at turn 4 back in 2014, Hamilton versus Rosberg. That was a battle and a half back then. Side by side, lap after lap. And down also at turn number 8, just a few months ago, Kvyat hitting Stroll, and Stroll going over and over several times, almost crashing as well into the pit wall. In terms of tyre compounds, C4 is the soft, C3 the medium, and C2 is the hard tyre compound throughout this race. And joining me in the commentary box will be Megan Burch in a few moments. Good morning to everybody in Australia. Good afternoon to everybody here in the UK. And good evening to everyone else around the planet as well. Especially those in Bahrain, where air temperature is at 28 degrees. Track temperature is at 33. Humidity at 48%. Wind speed 3.9 kilometres. It's blowing in from the north as well. And I'm delighted to say that it won't just be me commentating as well. David Croft, Karun Chanak and Paul DeResta have joined the Sky F1 commentary box team. So Crofty back in control there. Ted Kravitz will be patrolling around as well if you're watching on Sky Sports F1. They are your commentators. If you're watching on F1 TV, your commentators include Rosanna Tennant, Alex Brundle, Sam Collins and Matthew Gallagher. And if you're listening to our commentary, I'm Joshua Burch. Joining me will be Megan Burch in the commentary box as well. But please do feel free to mute the telly, put us on, and then watch as well. And we'll wave if anything exciting is happening on our picture screens as well. We will have live timing for you. That'll be coming up ever so shortly with everybody getting ready. All 20 cars going to head out onto the track in a few moments' time. And I can't wait to get started. You can't wait to get started because we are in for an absolute thriller here in the desert as well. Hopefully you're still receiving us firm, perfect pictures. Typical as well, we're having some graphical errors, but they'll be sorted in a second. We've got 1 minute to go until the start lights go on. In fact, here is the screen now, as you see. There's your driver tracker alongside us in the box as well for FP2, that should be. So, sorry about that. See, graphics already going wrong up here in the box. FP2, another 90 minutes ahead of us as well for the session. I can't wait to get started. There it is. There's FP2. 1 minute to go until the green light goes on and the session will be underway. You can see the countdown clicker until we go green. You get all your driver trackers there as well. Good morning. Saying I didn't get a notification for some reason, but I'm here. Hello, Synthol as well, and welcome to everybody else who's watching on as well. Good morning, good afternoon as well. Hopefully you're back okay. Ready for 1 hour of free practice. Megan Burch is going to be joining us, and to prove it, I've got her laptop alongside me that she's shoved in here with all her, no, I'll say her notes, my notes that she's rudely stolen away. So she has her laptop in the commentary box as well, and her headset's just alongside me as well. So I promise you, Megan will be here. But we're 60. She's here. She's coming. That's what she just shouted outside the box as well. So I think here she is now, coming in. Better late than never, Megan. Here you are. Welcome. As we have a Alpine at the end of the pit lane as the green light goes on, and free practice 2 is underway for the 2021 Bahrain Grand Prix.
Just in time.
Just in time. Welcome to 2021, Megan. First down onto the track, though, will be Kimi Räikkönen and Antonio Giovinazzi. Nikita Mazepin going out there. Esteban Ocon as well, waiting at the end of the pit lane. Megan, welcome to 2021. You were in pre-season testing and now you're appearing in the commentary box as well. What do you think of it so far?
I think it's good. I mean, I know that Verstappen topped last session, which is good.
Yes, as well. And Joe Derbyshire saying, hi, first time watching, looking forward to a great weekend. Well, thanks for joining us as well. It is going to be a great weekend. We're looking forward to it. We echo your sentiments as well. That should be a good one. I'd just like to also point out as well, I do. I just want to point out as well that we will be broadcasting all weekend for free practice 1, 2 and 3, qualifying and the race, as well as me and Megan will be together for the commentary of the first MotoGP race of the year on Sunday evening, straight after the Formula One race. And I'm very much looking forward to that, though. It's going to be a cracker. We'll have a quick off for Formula One and a quick on for MotoGP, and Megan can stay in the box commentating on everything. But cars heading...
Goody.
Yes, oh goody for you. Cars heading straight out onto the track though, Megan, and that is a surprise considering that this morning we saw quite a lot of running. But as you pointed out, Verstappen was fastest overall, but the bigger surprise came from McLaren. Norris and Ricciardo right up there early on, right ready to go.
That was a surprise. I mean, traditionally the teams they were on were just like slower, though. Like McLaren?
They're right on the foot with
like
McLaren, yeah.
Really good this year.
And do you like the new 1 hour format as well for a practice session? No longer 90 minutes, it's just 1 hour across the board for every session, yeah.
I very much like that since I've had a very long day.
I'm surprised, actually, this is very rare, that you're in the box for an FP2 session. We don't usually see you until on Saturday on these, but nice to join us as well. Ian Burch is off celebrating his 60th birthday as well, so that's why he's not in the commentary box for FP2. Megan's stepped in, we're all together for FP3, calling the race.
Yeah, half an hour after finishing a 6-hour school thing when I've been up since 6:15.
Yes, but we've all been up since the same time as well. So cars heading out to the track. Megan, I want to get your opinion on the McLarens as well, just to elaborate on that. We saw they were strong in pre-season testing. We know they've got pace. Do you think that they could generally challenge for going forward with predicted race wins, going forward as well, podiums? Could they even challenge this weekend for a podium? Is that realistic?
I think it is a possibility that they could challenge for a podium.
Oops, web page overloading on one of our monitors. Is that a yellow? Yeah, according to our monitor,
I
it's
really
a
hope
yellow.
that they're just testing that.
No, it was a yellow flag out there as well, and all cars.
Oh, there's a car stopped on the track around turn 7.
I think it's Nikita Mazepin who has stopped.
I think he's moving now.
Yes, Mazepin's gone for a spin, coming through out of turn, as you say, out of turn 6 and 7. So good spot there, Megs. Mazepin went for a spin. The green light is back on. Synthol saying in the group chat, it's very, very busy out there. It absolutely massively is busy. Everybody who is anybody straight out there onto the track, straight away getting out there. I think all 20 cars have immediately headed out to the track. They have. All 20 cars are out on the track. So it's an hour in the night. The only night running they'll get before qualifying. They've got to go out there. They've got to get everything set up as well. And I think that's great. It's really great. We're going to see some great running. First time on the board, Kimi Räikkönen, a 1:32.780. Antonio Giovinazzi, though, comes across the line just behind him, does a 1:32.495. So he goes up the order even more. And Megan, looking at the several different monitors we've got in the commentary box this year and thinking, how am I going to make a mess of all this? As Yuki Tsunoda goes top on a 1:32.397. Megan? 7. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Count the big one.
I didn't count the phone.
Yeah, count the phone. 9 if you include yours. But all to give you the best coverage of radio we can and explain what's going on there. Yeah, Mazepin was off. He's just off the top of the sand dune section. Leclerc goes top after Tsunoda now, 1:32.327. So Megan, immediately cars out there realistically on the medium compound. And this is what happened to Mazepin. Coming downhill.
Ooh. He just got caught on the curb with the stand.
Got caught on the curb. And the balance is all over the bleeping place. I think it was effing, he said as well. And after Tsunoda swearing in free practice 1, it's Mazepin swearing FP2. And this is Lando Norris doing the same thing at turn 4. So very strong wind at the top of the hill.
No, I've generally
he did go off the track. Sorry, to cut across you there, Max. He did exactly what? He caught the rear as well. Rear sliding a lot coming out there as Hamilton does a 1:31.647. Verstappen a 1:31.842. They go first and second.
I generally have never seen Mazepin do a team radio without swearing. I generally don't think
I don't think I've seen it either, no. We are trying to get access to our live time because we understand it's gone down as well on the pictures as lap time deletions coming up on my monitor now. Hamilton. Yeah, Hamilton's time has been deleted.
Perez is up.
Yeah, Hamilton 1:31.647 off track limits at turn 4. So lap time deleted there for Lewis Hamilton. Well, that's a surprise early on as well. This is why Martin Brundle's out on the track. So nice to see Brundle out there as well as Page unresponsive, I think you're seeing as well on the monitor. We've lost our live timing feature up here in the commentary box, which is everything we just don't need. So apologies, we're not showing any timings, but we've got it up here in the box. Norris off as well, since it's all chaos already. All 20 cars. This is why I like the idea. Someone mentioned last year when it was his first broadcast on the YouTube chat, the idea of a condensed practice session, just 1 hour each. Everyone's saying, oh, well, as fans, we're going to lose money, value. We're not going to see much of the cars. The cars are in the pit lane for the first 20 minutes of every session. Now, with everyone just being an hour, we've got rid of that half an hour they'll spend in the pit lane, and they are just full throttle going for it, aren't they? In terms of full throttle, let's go, let's see what I can do.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. As I think we've got, Page unresponsive as well. So while we try and gain access to our timing monitor, as you can see.
It's very bright in here.
It is very bright, isn't it? It doesn't help as well with that. So apologies that we are losing the monitor. We'll have to cross over different camera angles for a while. Megan as well. I hope you can still hear us while we try and get this back up and running. It's Verstappen on a 1:31.842 as well. My God, 7 minutes underway, 3 big moments. Yeah, they've been really massive as well. Don't worry, you won't mute. Massive moments, left, right, and centre. We have our timing monitors back again. I'm delighted to say, and there they are on the monitor in front of us now. It's Verstappen, followed by Sainz, Gasly, Perez, Leclerc, Tsunoda, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Stroll out there at the moment. Vettel as well. Sorry, what? Yeah, you've got a monitor on there as well with your timing monitor.
Wait a minute. No, this can't be on for long periods of time. It goes down on percentage quickly.
Well, it's your laptop.
It won't last fully for the session.
Well, it's your laptop. So you should bring the battery through. 10-hour battery, gone in an hour.
No wonder my eyes hurt.
Oh, right, that screen's on. Right. Mazepin's on the radio swearing again. But yeah, where was I? I was up to Stroll, wasn't I? So Stroll 9th, Vettel 10th, Russell 11th, Alonso 12th, Ricciardo, Norris, Ocon, Latifi, Schumacher, Mazepin, Bottas and Hamilton. So both of the Mercedes currently not setting a lap time. Of course, Hamilton had his lap time deleted on the previous run. So they are all going for it. As I'm delighted to say, we've got our graphics back again and with the correct graphic out there. So Ocon has locked up as well. I don't think we're watching the same pictures. We're stuck on Martin Brundle at the moment at turn 4 as we follow Ocon as well. And it is absolute chaos. As here's George Russell on a lap time now in the second sector. He's running slightly wide as well.
I love how it took me 8 minutes to realise that was my laptop.
Yes, it's your laptop. My laptop's up here with the camera.
Yeah, but why did it take me 8 minutes to realise that?
I don't know. Are you liking the new camera position for practice?
I do like it. It means I can lean back on my chair and still be seen.
Yeah, Dad complained as well because he just looked like an egg when he was commentating because he had to look up there. So the practice now, the camera's down here. He'll go back up for qualifying in the race. Russell crosses the line from P11, stays P11, though there were yellow flags elsewhere. And Edgar Hernandez as well says, greetings from Mexico. Greetings from the United Kingdom in our UK commentary box as well. Thanks very much for joining us. Latifi goes 15th, 1:33.702. Ricciardo to 11th, 1:32.998. And to echo Cynthia in the group chat, this is chaos, Megan. Just what we want. 10 minutes in, everyone bar the 2 Mercedes have set a lap times while Hamilton's got his deleted. But this is exactly what we wanted. Chaos, drama, and I'm loving every second of it so far. As well, you can also get in touch on Twitter and Instagram at Joshua Burch 99. I know some of you already do and send messages. I'll try and reply to everybody and try and get through the group chat as quickly as possible as well and get comments through. Bottas now coming out of turn 9 and 10. He is on a lap time in the first sector, which I can't show you because unfortunately the laptop's decided to have a little bit of a paddy. As well. First lap time for Bottas at 28.
Yeah,
at 28.856. Second sector 39.758. And he's up already as well by 0.2 of a second. Yeah, there's Dad's monitor. Here's my monitor. There's the driver tracker, the chat, and the tyres. And your laptop for whatever. But, and Sonoda. Sonoda lap time deleted. So Sonoda's gone down to 6th place for track limits at turn 4. Now, we will get on to track limits at turn 4 as Megan calls the end of the lap for Bottas.
Bottas was doing well. Oh, he's topped the session with a 1:31.503. That's good.
Fabulous time there. As Bottas as his fastest third sector as well. 22.889 as well. Just check I'm not on mute like I was when we introduced some of the sessions as well. And in terms of the track limits at turn 4, this is from the actual stewards as well. There's another yellow flag out on the track as well. Can we see where it is at the moment? No, I can't either. No sign of a yellow.
No.
And I think, that's why. Raikkonen's got a front wing off. Raikkonen's gone off. Actually, in the same place he went off at the 2020 Bahrain Grand Prix in that opening race. And he's hit the barrier and he's whacked off the front wing. So Raikkonen now in trouble.
That looks creepy.
And yeah, the front wing of that Alpha completely destroyed as well. And it's very glossy as well. So yellow flag remains out as he's slow on the track.
An F1 car without a front wing is just creepy.
It does look a bit creepy. Hamilton's gone fastest in the first sector, but the yellow's now been brought in as well. I was about to say about turn 4 actually, as Hamilton's a 10th up on Bottas' time. From the actual race director's notes, and I'll bring it up here in the commentary box as well. Look, I print them out. I've got them on my notes here. The track limits at the exit of turn 4 would not be monitored with regard to setting a lap time, as the defining limit are the artificial grass at the exit of turn 4, according to Article 27.3, as Hamilton does go fastest on a 1:31.261. So all 20 cars in 13 minutes have set a time in this practice session. So Megan, for Sonoda and Hamilton's time to be deleted, they must have gone very, very wide at turn 4 in order for that to even be considered to be deleted. That's interesting as well. As you can see, Raikkonen, how do you think that happened then? Him just sliding off the track and just hitting the wall because he hasn't damaged the suspension. So that should just be a simple front wing change, shouldn't you think?
Probably, yeah. But look at that. It's kind of like
it's ripped.
Odd.
Yeah, that's it. It's an odd angle. It must have gone on. It must have gone in straight. Here we go. Here's a replay. So into turn 1 looks okay. Turn 2 and the exit 3. Does he go straight? No, loses it. And it's going to go in frontwards, but sideways. It just knocks off the front wing perfectly at that odd angle. There's an off-board example. Oh, he's damaged the rear wing as well. He got the car got flicked around and it whacked the rear wing. So Raikkonen really going to be out for a long time with that rear wing because they've got to change the
Who was
the rear one.
behind him? It looked a bit like even Mazepin.
I think it was Mazepin. It wouldn't have been Giovinazzi. Mazepin was.
Imagine Mazepin just driving around. It's just like, oh my god.
Mazepin came out just behind him at the start of the session, so they wouldn't have changed over. Raikkonen is still strolling round on the track. Giovinazzi's coming through too. And here is Raikkonen coming to the pit lane. An Alpine of Fernando Alonso boxes now and nearly takes off old rival Kimi Raikkonen. Them two going after the 2005 World Championship together. Alonso coming off better for that as well. And it is a bigger hit than when we first saw. The rear wing is damaged. You can see on the helicopter view that the rear right panel of the rear wing is bent inwards as well. So that could be a costly time. That could take them 15 minutes to repair because they've got to repair the front wing, take off the rear wing, put a new one on. It's going to be hectic as well. Synthel saying, this is great. Kimi crashed turn 3 and poor Kimi as his most recent one coming through as well. They're really going for it as well, as you've gone to the school for the Neil Hodgson type of commentating with your ringer on. But yeah, still, this is intense stuff as well. I'm loving every second of this. Keep it coming, everybody. 15 minutes, and cars have already got on the track for more. Just to go through, it's Hamilton from Bottas, Verstappen, Perez, Sainz the top 5. Another look with Kimi now on board. If you're watching along, comes out of turn 3, loses the rear on the curb, much similar to what Mazepin did and Norris, but this is a much earlier, further back down the hill, just loses it into the wall, front wing, spins around 316, rear wing damaged as well. Not a good time to be an Alpha mechanic, you would think, and this is Giovinazzi, I think, coming through, or is this again from Raikkonen? It's Raikkonen's on board. anti-stall. So the car immediately went to anti-stall as soon as it started spinning. So he would have felt that as well and really hurt it. As we've gone for an ad break now on Sky Sports F1, so we've lost pictures up here. What I can tell you about Kimi Raikkonen, if I get to my notes fast enough, is that he's finished on the podium here in Bahrain 8 times. But he's never won the race. Very much the bridesmaid when it comes to this track. Podium 8 times, never won. Finishes runner-up 5 times, and then it's third place 3 times, obviously, do the math. Most recently on the podium back in 2016, apart from his retirements with engine failure in 2004 and 2018, last year's pair of Bahrain races, the double that we did in Bahrain with the Bahrain Grand Prix and the Shakir Grand Prix, Kimi had... I've lost where I was in my position now. The only time the Finn has completed a race outside the points-paying positions are 2012 and 2020's both races as well. Every time then he's been inside the points when he's finished a race. Obviously not counting 2004 when his engine blew up like a... well, I want to say a turkey at Christmas, but turkeys at Christmas don't really blow up like that.
No.
They more cook and roast, don't they?
Be a lot more interesting if it did, though.
Yes. Edgar asking top 3 predictions for the... Oh, sorry, that's Beth. Beth Tendo. Oh, hello, Beth. You did stay up. It was at 2 o'clock in the morning, at 2 a.m. Saturday. Very well done for staying up there. Edgar, first off, he got the message in saying, Josh, Megan, Mercedes or Red Bull for this season? I'm thinking Red Bull could take this win here.
I'm going to say Red Bull.
Yeah, both are Red Bull. Dad, though, Ian Burch, is very much of the opinion that Hamilton will win. Sir Lewis, as he likes to point out. That he'll win here today in Bahrain. I think Verstappen.
My favourite driver is Fernando Alonso, but I generally don't think Alpine's going to win.
If Alpine won, it'd be a miracle. Beth Tender as well saying top 3 predictions for the season. Megan, I'm going to direct that to you. Champion, first, second, third.
Well,
it's early on, so this is a bold prediction.
I'm just going to go with traditional Hamilton for first because he's always going to get it.
Yeah.
Though.
Second, surely going to be Verstappen.
Yeah, Verstappen and then a very close Bottas.
Yeah. Constructors, Mercedes, Red Bull, McLaren. That's my one. What about you? Yeah, you saying with it? Yeah. What about Aston Martin? Are they going to challenge McLaren? Sorry.
I think they're going to be 4th.
Yeah, I've been thinking 4th as well. So hopefully they answer your questions. But thank you very much for joining us. And Beth, well done for you staying up over there in Australia. It's 2 a.m. over there, I think I said. And Edgar too. If you're in Mexico, so that's very late. That's early morning for you, isn't it? I think in Mexico, early morning. Yeah, yeah. So good morning to you as well in Mexico.
It's backwards.
Yeah, so it's morning.
So yeah,
morning in Mexico. Very early morning in Australia.
About the time I go to sleep.
Yeah. In Australia? Or Mexico?
Just in general.
In general, right. Hamilton top then. So all 20 cars are now coming to the pit lane, bar the 2 Williamses of Russell and Latifi. Russell is just coming into turn 14, Latifi into turn 13. So they've got a straight between them at the moment. So they're not exactly doing doubles out there. They're very much playing it through as lap time for Russell has just put him up into 15th place. No, Russell to 8th. Russell 8th, a 1:32.331. Great time there from George Russell, as you see on the monitor. A second off of Hamilton's time. The question of the hour, Megan, he's on the C4 tyre compound, the softest we get here this weekend. Is that genuine pace from the Williams, or is it something different?
I think it's a bit different because they're going very quick, have you noticed? Because even Latifi's doing well.
They are going quick. Yeah, Latifi's on a lap here at the moment. First sector. Can't see it just yet. It's about to appear on the monitor. Vettel's on the track. First sector for Latifi. He's about 2 corners away from it, so hopefully we'll see it in a second.
It's so
down the hill and now. And Latifi's first sector is a 35.523, so nowhere near the time. Megan.
It's so odd seeing green instead of red.
For Vettel, sorry.
Yeah.
Vettel very much in the green colour at Aston Martin. Edgar say it's 8 a.m. in Mexico. So good morning. Very early start there in Mexico as well.
I like to try and go to sleep at 8 a.m.
What, when you're not at...
Then at school, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say... it's be a bit hard, wouldn't it?
I would have
sleeping in
wished
lessons.
to go to sleep at 8 a.m. though.
You kept across what happened in free practice 1 though via
My maths teacher.
Yeah, your maths teacher telling you, which I found that's hilarious as well. I just kicked the comm table again. I keep doing that. It keeps rocking the camera. We had that problem last year when it was at this angle for the sessions. But yeah, hopefully you're enjoying the new Comcam setup for practice. It'll go back to normal for qualifying in the race so that I can stand up because, like Murray Walker, I must stand to do my commentaries. But I can take sitting down for a practice session having a chat because it's practice. It's more of a chat with you lovely people as well. Gasly crossing the line there to start a time. He's followed by Russell, Latifi and Tsunoda. We're riding with Vettel, who has got, I think, Stroll just behind him and Ocon. Cars beginning to come back onto the track, Megan, for some mid-race runs. And this is where it's going to get really, really exciting. Because we're going to see constant runs in this remaining 38 minutes. What I found this morning, to go across it flies by. This hour flies by so fast. You blink and, it's the end of the day.
Well, for me, it's not going to fly by because I'm already really tired.
But time flies when you're having fun.
I know, though, it's just...
I set you up perfectly there for a line that was
really
like, I'm not having fun.
No, because this is fun. It's just, I'm so tired right now.
Yes. You can go have a nap after this. As well as...
Well, I'm going to go eat a lot after this.
I had noodles. Bami Guaneshi, which is a Thai dish for dinner.
Do you know what I've had?
I don't want to know, because I'm more interested in Sebastian Vettel crossing the line here on his time. You can tell me in a second. Vettel's gone very wide at the exit of turn 15.
It's going to be fine.
Okay, comes across the line and goes third. That's a much better time.
See, it's fine.
For the Aston Martin on a 1:31.769. Fantastic run there for the Aston. Megan.
Right, so I had a turkey sandwich.
Okay, so far interesting.
3 malted milk biscuits.
Oh, so
an
you eating
apple.
So you eating my biscuits?
I had 3 malted milk biscuits.
Okay, yeah. And?
For my lunch.
Very nice.
And then just now I've had one singular...
Oh, Gasly! Gasly! Sorry to cut across you. Gasly goes second. Gasly on a 1:31.483. Tsunoda! Yuki Tsunoda goes second. 1:31.294.
Can everyone stop doing well?
On those, and he set the fastest middle sector time. 39.433. He was faster than Hamilton. I'm telling you one thing, Megan. That AlphaTauri has got genuine pace, it seems, this year. I'm loving every second of this.
It seems like it.
Yeah, genuine pace out there. Megan.
And I've just had a
Strawberry.
hot dog sausage,
yeah.
a strawberry, and a singular Dorito, which I won't be having many of them.
Very nice. Because of your stomach, yeah.
Yeah, because
I'll
they
eat them.
upset my stomach
Don't
for some
worry,
reason.
I'll eat them. Sound effects like for an audio uplap on F1 TV. So, fortunately, you can't hear that. But we can enjoy it. And if you want to listen on, just mute us for the audio uplap and enjoy that on F1 TV. But this is a quali sim for Hamilton. So downhill towards turn 1. A second gear corner. Really hit the brakes. Flick the car into the right. Then compromise the exit out of 2 and 3 to give you a nice straight run uphill towards turn 4. About a 40-degree angle as you hit the brakes. Drop down from 8th gear. Down to 4th. Flick the car into the right. Let the car oversteer off the track as well. You're not defined by the limits. Now you're dropping down the sand dunes through turn 5 and 6. You've got a bit of crosswind there. Keep on the track. Down now into turn 8. Hard right-hand corner. Down 3rd gear. Accelerate up the hill again as you ride uphill towards turn number 9 and 10. Flick the car into 9. Heavy on the brakes. Drop down 2nd gear whilst turning. Don't look up the inside front for the tricky turn 10. Now you can really release it with the clutch. Open up down that back straightaway. Down towards turn 11. Flat out. DRS open. Slam down from 8th gear. Flick it in 5th gear. Ride the bank in at the exit of the support pit lane as you're uphill into turn 12 and 13. Don't get too wide through there. If the curbs have a tendency to spin you towards the wall. Downhill again into turn 13 at the exit. Compromise that again to get a lovely straight line run over the curbs. Down now to turn 14. The last real braking spot on the track. Down to 3rd gear. Flick the car to the right once again. Control the wheel spin at the exit of the kink of 15. Now open up the DRS now to the line. And for Lewis Hamilton on a qualifying run, he's fastest on a 1:31.081. So 1:31.082. And Hamilton goes faster than Carlos Sainz, who on that time went fastest on a 1:31.127. And that's a lap of Bahrain. And boy, have I missed doing that in commentary. Oh, that was good. I needed that. I definitely needed that. It's an adrenaline rush commentating on a lap
How
of
did you get
Hamilton.
more energy from that?
I don't know. Honestly, commentating on a lap with Lewis Hamilton, it is so fantastic as well because he is just giving it all. Bottas is doing one now as well. He's coming up to that tricky turn 3. Got contact. Gasly, Bottas, Hamilton and Tsunoda all together in the chat on the track.
It looks like they're not going to be getting fastest.
No, but Bottas only 8 thousandths off in that first sector, so Bottas looking extremely good so far. You know, I wanted to stand up during that segment, but if I stood up, the camera wouldn't see me. So it's really like adrenaline stuff. I loved it. Bottas, this is the tricky turn 9 and 10 because you're coming through turn 9, a left-hander, and you're braking as well. And it's opposite lock, so you're braking, and you don't want to lock up the inside tyre as you come into turn 10. We saw a lot, Vettel and Stroll, and I think even Gasly do that this morning, into turn 10. Tricky left-hander. And this segment here, up at 12 and 13, you catch that outside line, it'll spin you off to that wall before you know it. We saw Hamilton do that in practice, but he ended up backwards at 13. It's a tricky track to get right. It's not very physical, but it is a tricky track to get right, honestly.
Sounds it.
And Tsunoda, Seymour Copran has joined in. Welcome, Seymour. Saying Team Tsunoda. Well, he's P4 at the moment, as that's because Bottas has just gone into third on a 1:31.218. Lando Norris is lighting up my timing screen as Alonso goes 11th on a 1:31.770. But Norris, second sector, 39.249. Norris was fastest, and he's fastest again. Norris, a 1:30.942. First driver into that time. And a McLaren is top on genuine pace. Perez goes 8th. 1:31.503. Norris, at the moment, he's a 10th quicker than Hamilton. Somebody screenshot that. Lando won on his birthday cake. I wasn't being serious.
I'm going to do it.
You have a habit of doing that, but it won't be for long, so you better take that photo because Max Verstappen fast in the second sector at the moment. 39.148, and Verstappen goes fastest on the board by 9/100ths of a second, so 0.095 on the board. A 1:30.8474 Verstappen. Mighty time.
Do you know, I get the feeling that Norris will be fourth in the Constructors' Championship.
You mean drivers?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the Constructors' Championship right now.
It seems to be that as well. Fantastic lap there from Verstappen, a 1:38.47. So the time's getting quicker, the track's getting quicker out there as well. And with half an hour to go, they're all going to be out there
That's what
pushing
I don't like
it.
about...
What?
I don't like how when I go down so I can yawn,
Yeah?
because that's a natural habit I've developed in the box.
The camera's still on you.
Yeah, I can still see myself.
Your mic's moved a bit. Yeah, you still got the mic there.
It's just annoying.
Joe Derbyshire says, I have no pictures, but thanks for the commentary. Your style does bring back echoes of the legend himself, Murray. That is a fantastic compliment, and I generally take that to heart. Thank you very much for that lovely compliment. Seymour Copran saying, will Schumacher score a point this season? We said this, we actually asked this question in FP1, whether the Haas cars would solve it, get a point. I think it's going to be very, very tricky for them. Considering that they're not going to have updates after the next race at Emilia Romagna. They're not going to have any updates. They're going to have the same car for the rest of the season. But we saw last year strange things happening, so we could still see points for Mazepin, points even for Schumacher, and he's a Schumacher. He's got that in his blood.
He's a Schumacher. He's bound to get a point.
Yeah, he's going to get a couple of points as well. Synthel's back. Welcome back to the chat as well. And Ricardo's out there too. And I love that. I think somebody's actually just texted me saying I should clip that bit of the commentary I just did as well. I think I'll clip it because that was passion, and that's pure passion. I love it, and that I wasn't putting on anything there. That was genuinely me loving what I was watching on television.
That's just him if he's just like out of a commentary box and he can't help it.
Maybe you know, maybe you don't know on my Insta story, but I post highlights. Just posted the crash. Okay, lovely. I saw that this morning actually, Synthel, which is at I think it's at F1 Highlights 2 at the moment on it. And this is Mazepin's spin once again in the box. Just loses the rear and drifts off the track quite easily. Norris, the same thing, just a little wiggle. So it was what we saw mainly in practice. And here's Ocon's lock-up actually. Big flat spot on the inside right tyre at turn 1 and straight on. So Ocon having a costly lock-up there. And the rear's locked as well, so that was a right-hand side problem, yeah. And there's the crash for Raikkonen into the wall too. I have seen that as well, just on the monitor. Raikkonen's accident still keeping him, I believe, in the pit lane, according to my monitor at least. I think, yeah, Raikkonen's still in the pit lane. Yeah, it's F1 Highlights 2. One got deleted, Synthol says. Yeah, so F1 Highlights 2 on Instagram. Go follow, because that is fantastic knowledge as well. And I'm loving seeing access. I don't usually get to see in the box, flipping back and seeing it. I'll tell you what, Synthol, as well, if you want to clip that highlight bit of me, of the commentary lap, and overlay it with Hamilton, feel free and send that as well, because I think that'd be fantastic to have that bit clipped as well. I might even go back and do that myself and put it on my Instagram as well. At Joshua Burch 1990 on the fan off in the box as well. McLaren out there at the moment, still on runs as we see, and they're still out there as well. Megan's just coming in. Doesn't that make a difference as well with no fan going in the background in your ears?
Yeah.
It's just complete silence now.
It's also nice and
it's warm in here, yeah. It's warm in the com box.
So it's literally pointed at me, so I'm just like getting this, like, it feels like I'm in Africa.
I was going to say. Do you know, for a split second, my head went cold. Don't know why. And then again, crazy year.
What
Texas.
name is that cold?
Well, to be fair, Texas froze over this year, so anything can happen. Yeah, Texas had a major freeze. Back on track action then. How many cars are actually on the circuit? We've got Latifi, Mazepin, Bottas, Hamilton, Schumacher, Ocon, Ricciardo, and Russell. So that's 8 cars on the track,
froze?
according to mine. Yeah, Texas froze.
Well, that's
They got a
state.
Yeah, they froze. Oh, Ricciardo on the radio, just having the slider there. And nobody improved at the moment on their new run. And Ricciardo getting a bit angry at that. Ribosome, hello. Welcome to the season. I don't remember seeing you in FP1, but I know you'll be joining us throughout the weekend. Ribosome joined us in the commentary box, of course. Matteo joined us in day 2 afternoon session of preseason testing. Go back and have a look. They're all in the playlist. Welcome to you, to the group chat. Welcome along. And Meg has just realised how quickly it gets cold in here in the commentary box without a fan on.
I'm happy with it.
I'm fine as well.
I spend all day in a cold classroom.
Welcome to a cold commentary box.
They refuse to not have windows open.
I know how you feel. Seymour Copan saying, chances for a non-Mercedes front row tomorrow? I think 0. I think Bottas and Hamilton will take a 1-2 on the grid, but I think in the race itself, Verstappen's going to take the victory. Megan.
In business, I sit next to 2 open windows.
Oh, that's nice.
No,
that's cool.
Not when it's cold. It was raining at the time.
It was raining here. We had the door open in the back of the box. Yeah.
I know. For, like a week or so ago, I had literally felt like it was frozen because of it. I was like,
freezing Megan.
Just like, people ask Megan, are you okay? Just like, do I look okay?
No, I'm cold as ice.
Just
right. Rivers saying McLaren's look really impressive so far. I'm thinking McLaren could have something out there, McLaren could have some sort of sneaky onto the second row of the grid maybe and disrupt the Red Bulls. Bottas out there, we're watching in the split screen, if you're watching along, the Toto Wolff and the other mechanics. Still saw you.
I hate this thing!
If you're listening on the radio stream as well, Megan just went to yawn again and to put her head below the table, and unfortunately, it's still there. Why don't you just hold up your laptop or something, or something in front of you? Seymour, Joe Derbyshire says Max and Lewis on front row will be an awesome start. Yeah, that's pretty much how the season goes on as well. If it is going to be a 1-2. Seymour Coprad says podium for Ricciardo in his McLaren debut would be crazy. Well, crazy things have happened. Lewis got one in Australia, 2007. I can't remember who else. Magnussen got one. Synthel says Norris again high up on the leaderboard. Yeah, second fastest on 1:39.42 at the moment. I've just realised it's actually not in the right angle because we've been commentating on MotoGP as well. You can watch MotoGP's first race live here in a watch along. On Sunday, following the Formula 1 Grand Prix at Bahrain, we'll have a quick off air and then we'll go back on air for literally a 30-second intro, and then we'll go bang into the Qatar Grand Prix, and I'll give you all the stats before the race starts as well. And then stick around after the Qatar Grand Prix for all of the highlights of what happened in the weekend, and then followed as well later on in the evening by the Grand Prix review of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Megan joins me in the box for both races this weekend of Bahrain and Qatar MotoGP. And next weekend, it's the Grand Prix of Doha for MotoGP as well. And we'll be covering that live as well. Race only, mind. And hopefully we'll have a guest on as well in the commentary box for that. So I'm looking forward to that. And Megan can have a weekend off. Also, actually, as we're seeing an Aston Martin DBX advert on our monitor in the commentary box, just like to also point out that this is the first of 11 weekends where it will be the Aston Martin safety cars instead of the Mercedes-Benz. So the first time since 1996, it's not been a Mercedes safety car. And it is the Aston Martin Vantage, that is the safety car, and the Aston Martin DBX, which is the medical car, this weekend as well. So look out for the green cars out in the front, and they look absolutely gorgeous as well. I've often thought an Aston Martin as a safety car would be a fantastic safety car. I'm glad it's happened as well. Synthel saying Norris again high up the leaderboard, and Sainz high as well. Sainz P4 131.1272. That's not one. That's not two. As in the number two. That's two. As in he's up there two. I'm going to say as well. So it's a 131.127 as well up there on the board. Tyres. Well, everyone's out there currently on the softs, bar Stroll, Russell, Raikkonen and Latifi. Everyone else out there, they're on the mediums. No one out on the hards at the moment, although Giovinazzi did go out there for a couple. And what I like about having another monitor in the commentary box is that I actually get my phone back this year, which means I can interact with all of you as you send comments to as well, which I'm loving because the MacBook's now got 3 screens to itself. As well, so it's nice, and just lost one of the monitors as I say that as well, so we'll have that back in a second.
I feel really tired.
Megan is now really tired, aren't you? Wake up, Megan.
I need tea.
You should have thought of that before you came into the commentary box. As well, I want to get your predictions in, please. Get your questions in. What are your views? Who's going to be top 3 on the grid come tomorrow? Megan? No, you're staying here. I'm not talking to myself. I did that enough. I did that enough in testing. Thank you. Waiting for guests to join in the box as well. So yeah, I want to know your comments as well. Who's going to be top in terms of qualifying? Who's going to be 1, 2, 3? And if you're feeling that brave after just 1 hour and 40 minutes of a practice, what's going to be your top 3 of the race as well? As we're back with pictures now. Stroll on the time. Yes, I know. Did you just say it's the 22 minutes left?
Yeah, I thought it was around 30.
Do you see how quickly this hour goes?
It goes average for me.
It's much more like the times we had in actually the year you were born. The last time we had an hour practice was 2006. Hour for practice, and it flew by.
This is going the same speed as business did.
Yes, but it's an hour in total. Got me going now. Excuse me, that's because she's yawning and it sets me off. Yawning is contagious as well. So let's get through. Synthol says 1 Verstappen, 2 Hamilton, 3 Perez. My prediction for Sunday. That's very brave to put Perez on the podium and not Bottas or even Norris. Rybazer says my qualifying prediction is Hamilton, Verstappen, Norris. I'm thinking that's more normal. That's what I've been thinking personally as well. Synthel says his prediction for qualifying is Hamilton, Verstappen, and Bottas. So Bottas not going to be on the podium according to Synthel. Ryberzon's the prediction for quali, I think I agree with. Although I still think it could be Mercedes 1, 2.
I don't think I want to include Hamilton on mine.
In terms of yours, go on. Well, hang on. We've got the qualifying pace predictor up on the screen right now. It's almost like former listening. Go on.
Because I'm going to hope, because if Hamilton is on the podium, then it's going to be Verstappen, Hamilton, Norris. So this is my hope.
Yeah.
Verstappen, Sainz, Norris.
Oh, Verstappen, Sainz, Norris. Good one. Well, in terms of what is actually the predictor so far, so the AWS graphic, which is the predictor to what is going to happen in qualifying pace. So it calculates from FP2 sector times and car data analysis. They've put the grid so far as this. Hamilton, Verstappen, front row. Bottas, Norris, Sainz, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Stroll, Perez, Gasly, Leclerc, followed by Ocon, Vettel, Giovinazzi, Alonso, Russell, Raikkonen, Latifi, and then the 2 Haas cars at the bottom of Schumacher ahead of Mazepin as well. So that's pretty much what we're seeing on the timing monitors right now, but they're obviously quicker as well. And Synthil says as well, Haas at the bottom. Yeah, it looks, get used to it as well. Haas at the bottom. They're not going to improve throughout this year as well. Yeah. Seymour Copan saying, podium 2005 Bahrain was Alonso 1, Raikkonen 3. Yeah, I thought they were fighting back then. Yeah, I do remember that correctly. Yeah. So Raikkonen, that was his first podium, of course, here, where he finished third, as well as I said, after his retirement in 2004 and 2018 as well. And Ribosome says, it looks like the gap between Mercedes and Red Bull is closer than ever this year. Maybe there will be a fight for the championship this year. I'm hoping so. It seems like in testing as well, Mercedes completed 306 laps, the least of any.
Well, Williams has done more laps than you've got on.
Yeah, the lowest of any team is what I was going for. Synthol says, what's your highest live viewers at the same time? I think yesterday you had 114. I think we had I can't see that at the same time. I can only see when looking back the total, and the highest we had was 4.5 thousand on the first day of testing. So thank you all for that very much. But I can't see the live chat at the moment how many is watching. But thank you to each and every one of you who are tuning in and watching this watch-along commentary. It means a lot as well, and I'm hopefully that she'll wake up in a second as well, and we'll have the remaining 18 minutes of the session as well for it. And yeah, Ian Burch joins the commentary box tomorrow for qualifying and the race.
People wait tomorrow.
Yes, as soon as you've had a rest, you've had a long day at school. As we said,
for 5 days I've done 7 hours.
And if Beth is still listening, 2 COVID tests, and you've got to do a COVID test on Sunday as well, actually.
Yeah.
So at least you'll know
what 2 COVID tests?
You do 2 COVID tests a week.
Yeah.
Wednesday and Sunday. Yeah, that's what we're on about.
Why does Beth do it?
I don't know. Beth, do you do COVID tests as well? I can't remember. My mind won't go back to this morning. So if you're still listening, Beth, drop a line in and have a look.
COVID tests now.
You have 16 viewers, it says on mine. Yeah, so I don't think that's accurate, though, because it flicks up and down constantly, so I never trust the live viewers as well. More than testing when I watched, yeah. Seto Kayaba says, these commentary team on TV are terrible. They refuse to acknowledge McLaren and Ferrari are going to upset these Mercedes versus Red Bull battle. That is because, yeah, and Edgar's saying, somebody wants to sleep. Yes, you do. Come on, Megan.
I do want to sleep.
Only 18 more minutes left of the session.
That's 18 minutes I could sleep.
Seto Christian say they constantly up the wrecking havoc as well. I do not think that that's right from what the broadcast says. Yes, it's obviously going to be, it's very clear to everyone with half a brain cell that it's mainly going to be between Mercedes and Red Bull, and Mercedes have made the mistake in testing and Red Bull seem to have got closer now. But you can't ignore the fact that Ferrari, it's a quicker car than last year, but Ferrari still do have a lot of problems. But they've certainly surprised me today with their pace in practice. That's incredible. They've got strong race pace at the moment, and Leclerc hasn't even started his run yet at the moment. And McLaren, I've been picking up McLaren since testing, even before, early last year as well. As soon as we announced they have McLaren engines, I've been picking them up like mad.
How is it light outside?
Because it's sunny. Because honestly, I do believe McLaren are going to be the big upset out here. Even Aston Martin.
I hope they are.
I think McLaren could be up there to battle Red Bull for second in the constructors. I generally think that as well. McLaren have got such a great driver lineup. They've got such a great car. It could be McLaren. I wouldn't be surprised if McLaren won a race this year. And you're going to be watching along.
I want them to. I want Norris to.
Yeah, our dear viewers, you're all going to be watching along with us as well. And I'm really thinking as well it's going to be great. Seto say also, I'm not saying McLaren and Ferrari are winners, just that they're seeing them upsetting the season, sometimes blocking Red Bull and Mercedes. Yeah, completely agree with you. I'm not saying that we're going to see McLaren or Ferrari win the constructors or drivers. No, they're going to upset them. And I think McLaren are the biggest ones to upset Red Bull.
I want McLaren to win one, and I want Norris to get his first win.
I said Canada. I was brave in pre-season testing, and I said Canada.
Synthil says Raikkonen's back on the track. Yay.
Yes, brilliant. He is on an outlap too, so he can finally get on his long runs, and it's only going to be 15 minutes as well. They've lost the race run time in the morning for this, because it used to be a 90-minute session. Now it's an hour. They've lost their race run time. That's why everyone's gone out there at the moment. Only one car in the pit lane, that's Mazepin. All of the other 19 are out on the track. But yeah, just to go back to that point as well, I said in preseason testing numerous times, I genuinely think we're going to see McLaren win the Canadian Grand Prix. And Mick Schumacher, when he starts the 2021 Bahrain Grand Prix, Mick Schumacher will be the same age as his father Michael when he made his debut at the 1991 Belgium Grand Prix with Jordan, aged 22 years. He is correct with that stat as well.
So
because
he has the chance.
I have my stats here somewhere in the commentary box, if I can get them to it.
So he's on track to rival his dad.
Yeah, Mick Schumacher, born the 22nd of March, 1999. He just turned 22. Mazepin's birthday, I think, is near April, actually. Give me a second. Mazepin... was the 2nd of March. He was already done it. It's Tsunoda, who was born in 2000 on the 11th of May. So Yuki Tsunoda, actually, is the only driver so far, and the first driver to be born in the 21st century.
Same as me.
Yes. So he's the first driver in the 21st century. How about that then?
I was born in the 21st century.
Yes.
You were born in the 20th.
Yes. Let's not get into that. Go through the chat then. JD, I hope you are right. Perez does not seem to be on form in the Red Bull, but early days. Yeah, it's going to take a while for Perez to go. Give Perez until about Portugal to get up to it. As well. Seto says as well, I think Ricciardo is sweating buckets with Norris keep beating him so far. Ricciardo as well. He seems the most at home in a new team, as does Sainz as well. I think Norris is going to be tripping over the first couple of races, though, to get in behind. Synthel says, everyone on track except Mazepin. Yep, echo that. Ribosome, since practice is almost done for today, what do you think about this new Friday format? Seto says, this new format is fun. And Synthel says, keep me on track. He's on the laptop now. We're just seeing Schumacher complete time. So, Megan, what do you think of the new format for today? You've done an hour's commentary nearly. What do you think of it?
I like it.
I love it. I said this. Somebody said in the group chat last year, we're going to lose value for money. We're not going to see the cars on track. We're going to see them running for an hour instead of an hour and a half. Hello? Think about it. You've lost half an hour of track time, which means everyone's going to be out there non-stop. This is exactly what Formula One needed.
It's going to be more competitive.
Yeah, this is exactly what Formula One needed, because I bet you, if you go down and talk to the teams, they wouldn't have lost any track data time today.
Also, it means less wear on the car and the tyres.
Yeah, I bet you they haven't. Yeah, but I bet you they haven't lost any data time. I bet you they've all still got the same amount of data they did last year when it was 90 minutes. Yeah, when it was 90 minutes because of testing. Yeah, they probably do. But honestly, I do not believe the fact that reducing it to an hour has been a bad thing. I think it has been fantastic. This morning's practice one went by in a flash and was fantastic. Free practice 2 right now, because it's a night race, and this practice 2 is more crucial than the day practice 1 and the day practice 3. This is the only running they get at night before the qualifying tomorrow. So it's just crash, bang, wallop. And I've loved it. We have not had to fill at all, have we, in this hour? We've always had a car on track, or several cars.
No, you haven't had to fill.
Coming through. So Synthal says, so I think he was lucky he didn't damage the car too much in that crash. Yes, I don't think he did. Just the front wing and the back wing that's just quickly changed over. Seymour Copeland, did the track win a lot of attention after the 2 eventful Grand Prix last year in Bahrain? Yep. Bahrain already had a great reputation in Formula One as being a fantastic track. The outer loop certainly gave everyone a lot to talk about, but this Bahrain race, I feel, is the perfect way to start the 2021 season. But I do agree, it's sad that we're not in Melbourne, but it's better because everyone's here and awake. We've got sunshine. If I look out the commentary box window behind me, it's sunshine still, not the middle of the night. Mazepin on the track now as well, says Synthol. Yeah, so all 20 cars now out on the track for the last 10 minutes. Seto Kayaba as well said, I remember the days of Vettel and Red Bull. They were days he wouldn't have come out, literally. Just did the hot lap at the end and left. Absolutely as well. So now they've all got to go out there. Synthol saying, so everyone on track, yeah. They've all got to go out there. No one's resting. Everyone's go. It's more like a race. And I'm loving it. Megan, you're going to start talking. I need a drink of water.
I'm tired, and I'm very proud of Alonso right now.
Where is Alonso? 15th on the 131.770. Although first day back, at least he's not last.
Yeah, he's beating Raikkonen.
Yes, he is beating Raikkonen. The 39-year-old is beating the 41-year-old by about 9/100ths of a second. 9/100ths of a second. He's currently faster than him by.
Yay.
Little victories for Megan there. Toto Wolf watching on.
He's also beating a Schumacher.
Yes, look at that, though. I'm just going to take a second to look at the chat here. Let's count the historic names we've had from the early 2000s. Verstappen, followed then by Alonso, Raikkonen, and Schumacher. 4 names that were there in 2001 and now back in Formula 1 in 2021. Although Verstappen is Max Verstappen, the son of Jos Verstappen, and Mick Schumacher, the son of Michael Schumacher. For the elder statesmen of Alonso and Raikkonen, they're now racing the sons of the people they fought championships with as well. Seto says, who do you think will win the championship? Both of you. I'm thinking it's going to be a fight between Hamilton and Max, but I think Hamilton over the end will win this title. Megan?
Hamilton will prevail, then Max will try his hardest.
It'll be close. It will be close.
You watch, everyone's wrong to say Bottas!
If Bottas wins the title, that would be the biggest shock of the year.
Then I'll eat an entire chocolate bar.
Oh, that would be difficult, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We'll have to think of a challenge for that. I had to wear Williams shirts in Shakir and absolutely froze. So, because I said that Russell will get into the points or Q2 or something like that. They did get in points.
He'll get points.
Yeah, that was it. He did get points. Yeah, that was it. Russell changed teams, didn't he, for Shakir and got points and then went back, so I had to wear the shirt. I forgot about that. Ross Hunter, guess who's back? Hello, Ross. Welcome back.
It can't be eat a cherry.
Yes. Yeah, no cherry for you. You're allergic. But that was just sort of a Verstappen run wide at turn 10, locking up the inside front as I've been going on about all day. So far, welcome back everybody who's been watching along. Seto says even Bottas would be shocked if they allowed him to win, with a cheeky smile emoji. I think Bottas would be extremely shocked. I'm sure you've all seen Drive to Survive and the 4th episode where Bottas actually shows his bum. The first Formula 1 driver to do so in the modern era. Yeah. Yes, naked Valtteri. Edgar says, yeah, Perez doesn't seem on form. And I remember Horner said Red Bull is about delivering. I think they've changed their attitude because I don't think they've got anybody else they could put in there right now. So that's why they got stuck with Perez, to be fair. So, yeah, I think they're stuck with Perez for the full year and maybe after. They need to give Verstappen a competitive teammate. Megan, what's wrong with you? Who are you looking at?
It's 7 minutes to go.
7:30 to go. Cynthia says Bottas. Yeah. Where is Bottas at the moment? He is P5 on a 131.218. It's turned extremely bright outside, hasn't it? I'm sure you can see the light coming through the window behind us in the commentary box. It's extremely bright. And we've got lights on in the box as well. I bet we could turn them out and we'll still be okay.
I'm sleepy.
Come on.
I didn't go. Also, it doesn't help that I only got 5 hours sleep.
Yeah, I was literally. I finished.
I fell asleep at 1.
I'm just going to show my notes to the camera here because I sweated blood to get these notes out. There's all my commentary notes for this weekend. I finished those at 12:30 last night. I go into Megan and she's still working on her laptop. So yeah, Megan was very much burning the midnight oil.
Hold on.
Cynthia saying Bottas or Bottas. It's Bottas. Ha, very good. Ha ha. Mazepin's road to 4. Oh, I don't care. Anyway, moving on as well. 6 minutes 30 to go. Lock up into turn 1. Giovinazzi having a little bit of a moment further back as well. As we've still got 6:23 to go of the session. Verstappen, Norris, Hamilton, the top 3. Who would have thought Norris would be seconds? Megan, what are you showing us on presentation corner?
This is what I was
working on. Yeah, well, if you turn the brightness down on your laptop, they can see. Not that. There you go. There you go.
This is what I was working on.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice detailed notes, but mine are better. Anyway.
No, these are just my science notes.
Oh, well, physics.
No, biology.
I knew it would be biology. I was having a conversation earlier on saying that I thought you were doing biology. Anyway, Megan, who's been your highlight of FP2? So, who's been your highlight of FP2? And do not say Fernando Alonso. You can't say that. I stopped Dad from saying Hamilton this morning, to be fair. So, who's been your moment of your driver of FP2 today? What have you made of it? Flicking through the notes. I'll let you think about that. As Verstappen's done a 1:38.47. He is faster. Look at that. Mercedes 2/10 off of Verstappen, but Norris is in the same 10th. I can't believe it. I am actually gobsmacked almost. I cannot believe it for the life of me.
I'm gonna say.
Oh, she has an answer. Cynthia says Bottas, really bad feeling here, terrible grip. Oh dear. So Bottas on the radio complaining about the grip.
Norris.
You're going Norris. So you're going Norris. Really? That brave?
Yes.
Okay, fair dues. Norris, you've been your surprise. Just give you a reminder. This
Norris.
is... Mazepin's locked up into turn 10 as well on the inside, and he's managed to save it, though, so I don't know why we're showing that. Just a little bit of a lock-up. Just going forward as well, I can find it. Just a reminder, we'll be on air tomorrow at 11:50 GMT. That's AM, so 11:50 AM GMT. So convert that to your local times. Don't know. And in terms of qualifying where you are on, we'll be on air 2:40 GMT. That's 2:40 PM GMT. As
tomorrow?
off goes Bottas locking up. Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Can it be for 2?
Very funny. Your highlighted ones. And as well on Sunday, you can join us at 3:30 GMT. That's 3:30 PM GMT for the Bahrain Grand Prix, and at 17:55 GMT for the MotoGP race from Qatar. Norris on the radio. Didn't hear what he was saying. Unfortunately, we missed it on the fader.
Something about the car.
Yeah. Something about the car was just going a little bit. Probably the grip. They've done long
it was something
runs.
about tyres and car.
It was Hamilton who locked up. Yeah, it was Hamilton locked up there on the front there. Thank you to Jonathan Dixon, who was... Jonathan Dickinson, as I just put my glasses on better to see it. Oh, really, but I could see it better without. Who's just subscribed, so thank you very much to you. Enjoy the coverage. We're here all weekend and all season as well. We're back in a new expanded format. And yeah, many people are saying, what? Why is it half an hour before the race and 20 minutes before qualifying? Well, we've got pre-shows. And tomorrow in qualifying, you can see why I hate Megan's driving. Because we do a challenge now. An esport race around the F1 2020 game. Joshua versus Megan. Round 1 in Bahrain. Who's going to win? A 3-lap race on the F1 2020 game. And that'll be airing... Don't spoil the result, dear. That will be airing tomorrow in the build-up to qualifying. And at some point this year as well, we'll have an interview with Anne Bradshaw. Megan.
I can't wait for people to see that.
Yeah, it's in the editor now. It'll all be ready for qualifying shows tomorrow. Which I can't get. I'm looking forward to it. Alonso locked up. Yep, we're just on board with him now. He's not having a great one. Enter pit 9, confirmed mid 2, diff 2. So I think Alonso's going to come into the pit lane now. They've done their practice starts as well at the exit of the pit lane, so the session will be over quite quickly. And I think I know, Megan, why these hour practice sessions have simply flown by. Because we did 8 hours a day for pre-season testing. We're used to an hour just flying by in a blink of an eye. I'm a poet and I don't know it. Ross Hunter, after seeing the first 2 practice sessions, does it still look like the Mercedes are still under pressure? Yes, massively. Because neither of them have been topped by Mercedes. Both have been topped by Verstappen. And we've got McLaren up there with Norris. And yeah, I genuinely do think Mercedes are under pressure here. Fernando Alonso, Megan's happy, as this is the lock-up again down to turn 10. Just snagged the inside front right.
Don't worry, Alonso, I can't catch that one either.
Yeah, you'll see that tomorrow. Yeah, just he managed to pick up the exit, though, which is something that you didn't manage to do. Pit lane for Tsunoda and Vettel. And Stroll's just coming out on the track. 1 minute 23 to go before the session's over.
And I can go eat and sleep.
I just had to point out as well, we haven't had a red flag in either of the 2 sessions so far. So we're still awaiting our first red flag of 2021. Usually it comes in practice, and it hasn't.
Interesting.
Yeah, no red flag in the official 2021 season. We've had 2 red flags in pre-season testing. 1 for Leclerc breaking down, 1 for Hamilton. But no, we haven't had a red flag so far.
Do you know an interesting fact? I sleep eat.
Is that why you keep apples in your dressing gown? Doctor Who reference there for you, anyone? Synthol says, I'm starting to think Norris will win a race this season. Welcome to my way of thinking.
That's why I keep food in my room.
Now, Synthol, think about Canada and think about why it might actually happen there.
That's why I keep food in my room. Remember when I came downstairs and I had my eyes closed once?
Yes.
Synthol
says, ouch, do you see Vettel is second driver and Stroll first driver? No, I don't actually. I think they've pretty much invested in Vettel being the first driver a lot. And, Stroll's just there as the driver. They're not really going to affect anybody just where they are at the moment. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the checkered flag is out. and the session is over. And Bottas has got a lot of dust on the car, and he's saying that the car is undrivable. Over the radio saying it's undrivable.
Well, he doesn't have to worry about that anymore today.
But the problem is, he's going to have to worry about it tomorrow. If they're struggling on those medium tyres, the C4s,
Well, we've got time
they're
to
going to
fix it.
explode in the race, aren't they?
They've got time to fix it.
C3, sorry. It's the C4s at the softest. Yeah, they were having problems there as well. But yeah, this could be interesting. Mercedes might not win the first race of the year for the first time since 2018, when Sebastian Vettel won it. Wow.
Jeez.
Checkered flags are out. Bottas, Giovinazzi, Vettel, Raikkonen, Schumacher, Leclerc, all taking their over positions as well. They're all done and dusted. And I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next. I genuinely can't. This is going to look like a very bizarre weekend. For those of you who watch our other programmes, a reminder, we have scrapped the practice reviews. Megan's so shocked with that. Yeah, we've scrapped the practice reviews. So there's no Friday show tonight. There's no Saturday show in between qualifying. But we've scrapped it, but we're still filming the features to be shown in Sunday's race, so nobody gets bored.
I was shocked and yawned at the same time, so it came out really strangely.
Verstappen went a little bit wide coming out of 14. Look at the sparks flying now. But yes, so for everyone who was asking, why is there no Friday practice review, Saturday practice review, and Sunday race preview? They've gone. So that we can have all of the practice reviews and qualifying review in the build-up to the race as a nice snapshot for those of you joining us so you know what happened in practice, qualifying, and then we'll go straight into the live race commentary as well. So that's going to do it as well. So we're next on air tomorrow for free practice 3 as well. And as I said, it's going to be a fun one. 11:50 GMT in the morning. So 11:50 a.m. GMT. Translate that into your own time zones. Synthol says, this was a fun session. I think that's the greatest practice 2 session I've seen in a long, long while, even when it was wet and everyone was sliding around out there. In fact, I'm going to say it, that's the best practice session since practice 3 at Eiffel, where we only had 1 hour. And I think it's also the best session since Turkey practice 3. Do you remember when they had to throw the red flag and everyone was spinning off?
Yeah, it's basically like an hour.
Yeah.
So I think they're qualified that 1 hour sessions are the best.
Yeah, I agree. Get in the chat quickly before we go off air. We've got another 3 minutes. Do you like the... I'm looking at there again. Do you like the Friday format now with 1 hour? It's been put in earlier. Reply yes or no. Here are the session results for the 2021 Bahrain Grand Prix. Max Verstappen is fastest from Lando Norris in second and Lewis Hamilton in third place. What a surprise. Mercedes not topping the opening day. Carlos Sainz is fourth, Valtteri Bottas fifth, Daniel Ricciardo sixth, Yuki Tsunoda is seventh, Lance Stroll eighth, ninth for Pierre Gasly and 10th for Sergio Perez. Going further down, we'll see Esteban Ocon 11th, 12th for Charles Leclerc, Antonio Giovinazzi is 13th, Sebastian Vettel 14th, 15th for Fernando Alonso, Kimi Raikkonen 16th, George Russell 17th, Mick Schumacher 18th, Nicholas Latifi 19th and 20th for Nikita Mazepin out there at the moment. And everybody saying in the group chat, so will you be streaming for qualifying tomorrow, says Ross Hunter? Yes, we are. And what time is qualifying? Qualifying, we're on air at 14:40 GMT. So that's 2:40 p.m. GMT. So translate that into your local time zone as well. So there you are, 2:40 p.m. GMT for qualifying. But also join us for free practice 3, 11:50 a.m. GMT. And for Sunday's race as well at 3:30 British Summer Time. And our race review at 9 o'clock British Summer Time as well. It's going to be a fantastic one. Megan, moment of today, please.
Raikkonen's front wing.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah. Well, thanks to Ian Burch for joining me for FP1 this morning. Happy birthday to Dad as well. 60, as I'm sure you all know. He says also thank you for everyone wishing him a happy birthday. Thanks to Megan for joining me. We're going to go in and enjoy some birthday cake. We'll see you tomorrow for free practice 3. From us all here, good night from Bahrain.